20 minutes. Who knows? I get to do too. Anyway, yeah. First of all, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Chachodash. We want to give double honor to the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the hopeful elect, to the pushing the truth in all sincerity. Back again with another video. We went visit the Denby vineyard today, and on the back of the video we did yesterday, the whole family was covering yesterday, and the allotted land that they had, and the prevalent or affluent family that own that place. Denby's is another family here in this area, this region, okay, that has an incredible amount of land. And we was going around it today, and they got a vineyard there with all different types of grapes and that. It's something that the scripture speaks a lot about, with vineyards and that, and something we'll be doing in the kingdom. Brothers are gonna have their vineyards and that, to create their yayan, for the Passover and all kinds of things. So something that was interesting me to go look at. But yeah, just going into today. Esau, he's had his time on the planet, and a lot of this stuff that he's got, he's just kind of taken, essentially. We know it's been changed hands over the years and whatever, been sold on. But Esau, he just, it's his time. So he's got the fatness of the earth, man, which is the blessing that he received from our father Isaac, man. And yeah, when you go around the estate, it's impressive. It's impressive, the amount of land. Like, I wouldn't know, besides business purposes, like, I wouldn't know what to do at this moment in time with that type of land. So it's impressive, and it's hell of expensive, and like nobody's, unless you're an elite, you ain't buying no land like that. You're not buying no land like that.
Well, in the tour, the lady was explaining how at the height of its estate, it employed 400 people. Right, because obviously you do need that amount of people. You need laundry. You need with this one had its own fire, little fire.
Yeah, he had its own firefighters on site. Things like that. That the cleaners and some of the stuff that was there had been there was a mansion there, some mad mansion with mad bedrooms and all kinds of stuff, and it was knocked down not long after it was put up, really. But what remained there was like the outhouses for the cleaners and stuff, and that was massive. What I mean? Just for the cleaners, it was massive, man. Like, no Jake could possibly live like that, and it's because we've been downtrodden. We've been put in captivity under Esau, and Esau's had the run of the show. He's had the run of the land. He can do what he wants to his land, and make up all these businesses, and because at the beginning it was just a small spot, in the estate that was doing cattle, but it wasn't making enough money, so they decided to move their attention to something else.
Diversify,
and then they come up with the vineyards with some professors and stuff like that. But he got the whole history that gave us a video we watched and that kind of stuff. So it was interesting. But again, Esau, it's his time. This is the blessing he's received, the fatness of the earth. And he's making the most of it right now.
I just wanted to get this real quick because you had said Esau just comes and takes, right? A lot of the things that Esau has, he's not a rightful owner of it.
Yeah, it's not like he had to have the capital to take America. Like, he didn't need money for that. He just killed people for it. He's a thief, right? That's what he does. It's not like if we were trying to do that now, we'd have to find money from somewhere to purchase land like that, and that'd be mega bucks, man. Mega bucks.
The lady was basically saying how going into winemaking, that's a billionaire's business.
Hobby.
Yeah, billionaire's hobby.
A hobby.
So it says Habakkuk 2:6, shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. Right, and that's Esau's MO to the fullest, man. Right, he goes, he takes it, and then when it comes time to recompense, he always try to worm his way out of it, man. Okay, it says how long? It says, and to him that ladeth himself of thick clay.
He ain't paying. He don't pay, but he's increased his tab, because really he and himself and what he's got is on borrowed time. It's all borrowed, right? And like I said, there's greater debts to be paid, like the blood of the Israelites. You know, it's something he can't pay off, and that's why ultimately in the end, everything's gonna be taken away from him. All this land that he got around here, it's not gonna belong to him no more. Ain't gonna belong to these elite families or these noble families or whatever. You know, these lords and all this kind of business. It's not gonna belong to them anymore.
Yeah.
You know.
Real quick, Job 20:15, he hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. The Most High shall cast them out of his belly. Yeah,
you're hoarding. You know, you're out here hoarding all this property, all the wealth in the world, thinking that you're gonna hold it down. You're gonna have it forever, but that is not what the Most High. You know, that's not his intentions for you. You know, because it's not what you was blessed with.
Yeah.
Right. Because what the blessing states is that, you know, that you would have the fatness of the earth and so on and so on, right? But ultimately, your brother Jacob, he is your ruler. That means right now you got Jacob in servitude, but that's not the righteous order.
It's an error in the earth, man.
Right? So that means you have to give back to your Lord, who is the Israelites, us, i.e. us, you know? So you're going to have to give it all up.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it. So this is as you'd call for, this is Genesis 27 from 39. It says, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above.
Right, the fatness of the earth, man. You know, it's like the fat of meat. It's like the sucking. It's the the fulfilling stuff of it. You know, it makes it flavorful, right? So he's got all this to enjoy. He's got the earth to enjoy. Everything that's in it he's going to get to enjoy it. You know, and be fulfilled. But he's an insatiable man. So even though he has the earth and all these people in subjection under him in hell, right, being persecuted, it's not enough for him. He just wants to take more and more and more. And when he's got everything, he set his eyes on something else.
That's it.
You know, but the Lord never said that was yours.
Yeah, it wasn't his lot.
You know, but he wants to take anyway. That's why ultimately this covetous nature that you have, okay, you're gonna be punished for it. You know.
That's it. It says, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shall serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. So
there'll be a time where you shall have the dominion, i.e. this point now, right? You have the dominion now. So, you know, we're not hating from the standpoint, you're wicked, and yeah, you are, but you're supposed to be in the position that you're in right now. And there's nothing that we can do about it. This is the Most High's will, so we have to accept the will of the Heavenly Father, right? But we also know in that same will that the Most High is going to take you down and replace you, right? Because you're not meant to be here forever. You're not meant to be in rulership forever. You're not meant to hold all these estates forever. This is temporary. Everything that you got is temporary. And as impressive as some of these things that you've accomplished it's temporary.
Yeah.
Right? This earth and everything in it really belongs to our Lord Yahweh Shai, right? Yeah. And by expansion, the Israelites as a whole, right? It doesn't belong to you. So, you know, you got these, we was watching the video, we had the guy that owned it in the video. He just looks like any rare. He doesn't look anything special. Yeah. You know, just some dweeby, another dweeby Edomite. You know, he's well eaten.
It's fat.
As
in the figurative term.
Yeah, you know, he's just some any dude, man, and it's just been part. You know, he's been given money. His family's got money already, and just bought the estate. You know, because they got money. You know, because Esau's been able to put himself in that position because he's been in rulership.
That's it.
Jake can't do that. Jake got to be on. He the worker. Jake is the worker in these places.
Yeah. Well, even when you look, the majority of the people there were Edomites, but who were the people at reception? Jake women, man. You know?
Yep. And like Jake might own land, right? Let's say in the Caribbean or somewhere, own a house or a plot of land. They're always getting pressured.
Yeah.
Esau's always pressuring to buy up their houses, and well, we just see what happened in Hawaii.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and the stories are that before that happened, they was being pressured to sell. And that is nothing to sell. They'll just go buy up the land because there's nothing there now and it's cheap now. That's what they do.
Yeah.
You know, so they're always constantly being pressured. Seafronts, you know, the Jamaica seafront, they just buy all the seafronts for the tourists and that. They're making money, man.
Yeah. Then the locals can't even, enjoy what is their own land.
Yeah, they're in the ghettos somewhere in the rough streets of Kingston and shit. You know what I'm saying? But like Edomites are making money and Jake are not.
Yeah. Well, that's why we read just then. They shall take a taunt and proverb against this man, right? Because this is this man's MO. Wherever he goes, gets the fatness of the land, and he pushes the indigenous inhabitants to the curb.
Yep.
But this is it, because it also said, that he would have one of the precepts we just read in Genesis, that he by his sword shall he live, right? So these nations, they can try and kick Esau off. Just like how the natural inhabitants of Okinawa, the Ryukyu, they don't want Esau there. But really, what can they do?
Can't do anything.
Just like these same Hawaiians, they may call foul play, but really, what can they do?
They don't have. There's no defense against them. Like Esau got the military. Like I say, Esau got the money, right, to outbid you or outbuy you or whatever, tempt people to sell and whatever. And if you don't, you want to be stubborn. You want to keep what's yours because your family's been in your family for X amount of years or whatever. They'll just make up some situation.
Yeah.
That enables them to come in and take. It's either you sell at this price or you're gonna sell for nothing.
Yeah. Or you're gonna sit pay with your life.
Yeah. And that's how Esau gets you, because he's a violent man at the end of the day. He actually tries to be civil by trying to just, throw money at things because he got all the money. But if that doesn't work, the sword is his reliable friend, man. That's where he'll always go to in the end.
Yeah. Psalms 140:1. Deliver me, O Yahweh, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man, which imagine mischief in their heart. Continually are they gathered together for war. Just it goes, I'll read it a bit more. They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips. Selah. Keep me, O Yahweh, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man who have purpose to overthrow my goings.
To overthrow our goings, man. Yeah. They're here to prevent us from doing anything, like succeeding in anything, man. So they can have the dominion and rulership over us. Like I say, Esau's not happy if you got something. Eventually, he's gonna want it from you. His eyes might be somewhere else for the time being because it's more, present with him. Like it might be an oil field over there. So he's use his resources to try and get that. Gabon, which I'll do another video on after Lord willing. It's an oil-rich nation, and the reason why Esau has been controlling that nation is because it's got oil. But there's problems down there now, and obviously Esau's gonna want to do something about that.
Yeah, because it's like his hegemon, he's fallen before his eyes.
Yeah, it's being threatened, right?
And we know what this devil is like when his with any animal. Right, because Esau, what does it say? He was more subtle than any beast of the field, right? But like any animal, you back them into a corner, they're gonna attack, man. They're gonna do something stupid, right? So we're just here waiting for Esau to do something stupid, right? Because it's the Russian Edomite, right, along with the Moabites, the so-called Chinese, that have banded together to basically, take Esau's, oppose that Western, American-led Edomite structure, right, from under their feet. It's literally just snatched it from them, man. Snatching.
That's it, man. Because how Esau is like, if brothers know English football. With Man City, got that Arab money.
Yeah, Sheikh Mansour.
Yeah, they were buying all kinds of players, even though they couldn't fit them in the team.
Yeah.
Right, and it's like, well, if we buy them, at least the opposition ain't got them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To use against us. And because America's got their own oil. They're
the largest
that's
oil
what I'm
producer
saying.
in the world.
They don't need Gabon's oil. Yeah. They don't. But if they can control it, it means the opposition can't have it. Yeah. Because these African nations are not really a threat to America, not all. Right? They can't refine that stuff themselves anyway. So it's like, but it keeps these other big players out of the scene. But now that's being upset now.
That's it.
Because they're gonna do deals with Russia, they're gonna do deals with China and whatever. And now that's put into the hands of the enemy. So when it comes to war now, well, a lot of wars, as the scripture says, is based on fuel and fire. Yeah. Right? So fuel is an important thing. Fuel is an important, oil is an important factor in running jet planes and ships and all this kind of stuff.
Well, even with the whole thing with Nazi Germany, that's one of the proofs that we have that the official story ain't really what went down, right? Because what is claimed that the losing party, you've got to try to articulate this in a way, right? What is claimed that the losing party did, in terms of the massacring, people just look at when you look into the data, it's like, yeah, but they physically didn't have enough fuel to
wage war. Yeah.
to both be fighting the war and to do what you claim it is that you did, you know, to those Amalekites.
Yep.
You know,
You didn't have the resources to do what you said you did, or what was being said.
Yeah, because fuel and energy is important, man. There's a reason they call it the petrodollar, right? But it is also that petrodollar is how a lot of these devils have become fat, right? In this world, man.
I said America sit on a lot of oil, but they use everybody else's first, which keeps the petrodollar alive because it doesn't go down in value. Or it'll fluctuate in price, but America's always got that oil because they don't use it. And the same thing when the oil prices were going up, Biden didn't want to
the strategic
tap into
fuel
that.
reserves. Yeah,
He didn't want to tap into that. So the prices just went up and everyone was getting mad about it. But yeah, go.
So this is one that we had one to start off with as well. Psalm 73, I'll read from 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm.
They just pass on stuff, man. Like they get these incredible, acres of land and just use it what they want to use it for. They got the money and resources to make a vineyard, make a brewery, whatever it is that they want to do. They got the means to do it.
Yeah.
Jake start from ground zero every time Jake comes into the world. How is he going to do anything like that? Unless he's taking out a massive loan.
That's it.
And again, it's a billionaire's hobby, right?
Yeah.
The bank is not going to loan you that type of money to because what they were telling us is that to start a vineyard, right? You need like at least 3 years, 4 or 5 years before you get any returns because it takes that long to grow the vineyard. And the grapes to come around and all that kind of stuff. So what are you going to tell the bank? Well, we're going to start paying you back in like 6 years time or 5 years time. They're not going to want to hear that. So it's impossible. You need the money up front to restart it, and all the equipment is mad.
Oh yeah, because some of the equipment, man, you're looking at thousands and upon thousands.
What was it? She said it was 200,000 or $250,000
for one machine.
One machine that picked the grapes or whatever it was from Germany or wherever it was from. How can you do that? How's Jake gonna do anything like that?
Yeah.
That's why Esau owns everything.
That's it. That's before the land, and that's before the curses as well. That's before Esau's
he got such
up.
a we're so handicapped. He got so much on us, man. It's not funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, go on.
So it says, for they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. One of the when you hear these Edomites talk, right, they know that they're doing good, which is why they look down on everyone else. That's why I said, why don't you just work harder? Because for them, they think that's all it is.
That's all it took.
They're completely discounting the decades, the centuries, right, oppression, rape, robbery, and murder, right, that has allowed them to get to this position.
Yeah, the witchcraft.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. No, but that's a big thing as well. The witchcraft against anyone.
They were mentioning Bacchus a lot.
Yeah.
They mentioned Bacchus a lot. You know, so that's obviously something about this town.
Yeah.
The spirit of Bacchus is here somewhere. You know what I mean, in their wineries and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, it's definitely something like that going on, man. A few elite families are roaming around here. Yeah, for sure.
That's it.
I've got a couple minutes for the video.
So let me just finish this then. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness, they have more than heart could wish.
Yeah, they've got abundance.
Yeah. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning they are corrupt and speaking wickedly concerning oppression, they speak loftily.
And lofty's proudly. Like I said, my brother mentioned about, you just work harder. They turn their nose up at it as if it's something Jake can just easily do. And that's what that's how you got to where you are. But that's not how you got to where you are. It's not through hard work. Okay, it's through devilry.
Yeah.
And they might have to work hard to then build off that. But it started off with the devilry, man. The people that took that estate didn't buy that estate. They went in and took that land. The same with America. They didn't buy no land. They didn't buy no land off the Native Americans, of the Gadites. They took that land. They are thieves. They steal. They steal and kill. That's what they do. They live by the sword.
Yeah, he covered enough. Yeah.
And that's just the nature of Esau, man. But Esau acts like he just done everything by hard work.
Yeah.
You just been a good devil, man.
That's it.
You know, and there's no possible way that, you know, Jake could ever be in your shoes off their own backs. We have to wait upon Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to receive what the Lord promised us, man, which is the everlasting kingdom. You know, which means we're going to take all this earth back, you know, and do what we want with it, man, because that was Jacob's blessing.
Yeah.
You know, if you read further up in Genesis 27. So all that's coming to us, you know.
Yeah.
And he's going to lose everything, man, because he's been the devil on the earth. But when we rule, we're going to rule in righteousness, man, which means we're going to have an everlasting glory, an everlasting kingdom, okay, with our Lord Yahweh Shai.
That's it.
You know, so that's what we look forward to, man. Because like I say, what Esau's got is he's got a lot going on, man, and it's impressive when you see it. But we're gonna have our own vineyards, man.
Yeah.
You know, we got lots of them. There's a lot of Jake out there, and he drink, right?
Yeah,
so there's gonna be there's gonna be a lot of vineyards everywhere.
Oh, and just before we run out, even just in the amount of different types of berries. Right?
The grapes, and that, it was different types.
Different as you got all different types of Jakes.
Depending on the different types of climate and different areas they had. It was impressive. We learned a little bit, you know?
Yeah. So in the kingdom, you're going to have all different types of Jakes that be wanting to put their flavor on it, man. But, hey, you know what? I want my grapes to, to be like this, you know?
Yep. Any more on it?
I mean, it goes on quite a bit. So.
Okay, yeah. Well, the camera's going to cut out soon, so... Lord, when it was edifying, man. Okay. I'll give all praises and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakudash, double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and shalom to you brothers and sisters, in this word, man. So, until next time, we're gonna say shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.